Welcome back, everybody. We back in the place to be. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, family. Come on in. Welcome back to the motherfucking show. We are back in Detroit. Welcome to the show, the Detroit Sugar Honey I.ce podcast, where it's just me now. My co-host had to run due to the technical difficulty we was having, so just bear with me if you guys can. But we're just gonna jump right into it. Gonna get right to the show because we were supposed to been doing this like 3.5, maybe 4 hours ago. So my bad, everybody, but as you can see, we are going to do it anyway. So, what's been going on this week? I want to talk about the verdict from last week. I want to talk about the verses from the Redman, Method Man. I want to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So let's get started with some light stuff before we get heavy. Let's go with the Red and Meth Man. Who did you guys have going into it? Who did you guys enjoy more than the other, or did you really view it as a battle like the rest of them? Because me personally, I viewed it as more of a concert, if you would. I was a little disappointed that the man ran out of bullets, but Redman came through and he tore it down. Both of them did. It was an excellent show. It was so awesome to see both of them rock out again in that element. It was crazy. It really was. But last week on my first episode, I had Method Man winning. And I was saying Method Man will win based off of bars. And ooh, was I wrong. Oh my God, I was so wrong. What's going on out there, and to my Facebook family that's chiming in as well. Oh my God. I almost forgot about Redman Pen. Ooh, that Superman lover verse. Oh my God. Man, I just didn't think that. Originally, I thought that Method Man had him hands down as far as like bar for bar, because that's to Cal. You know what I'm talking about? That is to Cal. But it was like the more and more Redman started spitting, and because of the element they was in, you really had to pay attention to the bars. And it was like, wow, I forgot his pen was that phenomenal. Shouts out there to my people out there in Syracuse that just chimed in. My man B Frost out of Syracuse, New York, I.ce, the rapper. Hopefully I will have him on the show one of these days. But back to the battle. I'm getting sidetracked. Again, I'm a little flustered today because I was very, very upset that I wasn't able to bring this show to you guys at the said time that I wanted to. But I just like how they rock together, man. That's why I tell people all the time they're the best 1-2 punch in the game, just based off of how they rock together. You saw how Method Man, he was holding the cape for him, flapping that bitch for him. How many of your personal friends would do that for you? But I take it that, you know what I'm saying, everybody enjoyed the battle because all the reviews from it was fire. I didn't see anybody hating or saying they didn't like the setting or the format that it came in. It was great. But let's move on to the next topic. Let's go on to this verdict. The brother was found guilty of all charges. All charges. And I'm saying my brother because I'm trying to be politically correct with how I articulate. He was found guilty of all charges. The the jury, they didn't take that long to deliberate. They took very, very, very quick time. It was like a day, maybe two, maybe. But to me, I think it was like a day. But to me, I thought they verdict before the trial even started because they all saw the same thing we saw. And if they saw what I saw the lack of compassion or empathy or lack of just feeling in Derek's face as the whole time of the 8 minutes and 48 seconds occurred. You know what I'm saying? It was like he didn't care. So it's like if you don't care, then you definitely are guilty. You meant to kill him because you had no remorse in your facial expression on while it was happening or after it happened or in the trial for that matter. So I just hope that he doesn't get the league minimum of time served because state law for Minnesota is you only have to serve 2/3 of the sentence that was sentenced to you. Not only that, but he may not have to do a recurring sentence. It could be a consecutive. You know what I'm saying? Not I'm sorry. Hopefully, he gets a consecutive sentence, meaning he has to serve the first charge, second charge, and third charge. But the recurring, it's you got found guilty for all three charges, but yet you only served for one. Hopefully that is not the case. Hopefully that is not the case. But if it is the case, Mexican got on boots. So it's like hopefully when he get up in there, somebody does the right thing. I don't really advocate murder. Am I advocating murder by saying I hope someone does the right thing by taking him out? But it's like, no, I'm retracting because I don't want to advocate murder. That's what I don't want to do. But what I will say is, justice comes how it is. It's either penalty or reward. And he will be penalized for his transgressions. So moving on to the next subject. Let's see here. Even though I can talk for however long I want. But what else was that I wanted to talk about today? I'm so flustered. Oh my God. You guys help me out. Give me something to talk about. I'm flustered right now. I see my family has chimed in on my Facebook, but they're starting to leave, so I guess I'm not talking about nothing interesting. So I'm just gonna keep it going. The show must go on. I can't. I don't have nothing to talk about right now because I'm still a little upset due to what has transpired. But as you guys see behind me is my merchandise. I dropped a post with my work number on with the business number on there. But I can still be reached at the 313-721-4453. Yeah. Let's go into some more of people being killed by the police. Thank you, Mr. Frost. I appreciate that. Let's go to Miss Bryant, the 15-year-old that was shot 5 times by a police officer that rolled up to the scene, and it was a royale going on, and she had a knife. She was defending herself because she was the one who called the police, and some adults was at her house. They had already jumped her, so why they came to her rest, I don't know, but they came to her to where she lived, and they told her to come outside, and she came out there with that knife, and she was ready to bang. So it's like, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, police start using different tactics with how they de-escalate a scene. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of video footage of white police officers rolling up on white men or white women, and there's no force used on them whatsoever, or very little. Like, but with us, it doesn't matter if we're unarmed, armed, in the wrong, in the right. We still end up getting treated very, very differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a couple of clips where, well, one clip instantly, it looked like it was a routine traffic stop, but the guy was so drunk and out of it that he wasn't having it. He ended up tussling with both cops, getting one of the cops billy club and beating the hell out of both of them with that billy club, then get up and get in his squad car and drive away. And not once did those officers pull a weapon out. Not once. Now, but then in the case of Miss Bryant, the cop pulls up. It's a lot going on. He sees female assailant or a female with a knife. I'm not even going to call her an assailant. You see, because in my view, she's defending herself. But she's has a knife. She's getting ready to poke some other female. It's another female on the ground. Some dude just kicked that female. Like, let's not forget that. Like, that brother right there could have stopped the whole thing off the dribble without the police, because he looked like he was a pretty big dude. So it wasn't like he was timid and nothing like that. But he didn't. Yeah, he was a part of it. So when the cop rolled up, he don't know who's who. He don't know who actually made the call, who's being attacked. If the person who has a knife is the attacker or the person that's defending himself and just happened to have the upper hand in the moment in time. So he fires. Did he have to take 5 shots? No. No, he didn't have to take 5 shots, family. He really didn't. He didn't have to take 5 shots. But he did. So he's going to have to deal with the ramifications of that. But at the same time, he did save a life. He took a life and saved a life. But he almost took both those lives, because the person that he ended up saving, he could have shot as well. Because they was right next to each other. You know what I'm saying? Bullets ain't got no names. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, to see over and over and over and over and over and over again, it's like just another day. I'm on. I hate to say I am desensitized by it, but I'm not shocked anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I'm not shocked that a brother get killed in his car and he's the passenger, not even the driver. He's the passenger. The cop asks for his ID. He reached for it and gets shot. Wife and baby in the car. It's like cops don't even care about the babies anymore. It's like babies. This 15-year-old girl to get killed, get shots 5 times for defending herself. Cop could have put a warning shot, or he could have shot her in the butt. Shot her in the buttocks. She would have dropped the knife. You know what I'm saying? That life would have been saved on top of the life that he actually saved. They got to take warning shots. They got to take non-lethal shots. It's just that simple. You got to take non-lethal shots, family. You got to take non-lethal shots for, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know a couple of cops. I know a couple of white cops. I've met and came across some white cops that was assholes, and I came across some that was, you know what I'm saying, real okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got pulled over not too long ago, and the cops was like, yo, whoop in the third. Ran my information, gave me my ticket, gave me a fist bump, got the fuck on. It wasn't no bullshit. And I also then came across a cop that was on some bullshit that I had to defuse just being who I am. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have bucked just because he was being an asshole, who knows what would have happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been hit by a cop, and that cop wasn't white. I'm gonna say it like that. I got him work right here on my chin. That came from a black officer that just punched me just because he said, where was I going? I said, I was going home. 17. You know what I'm saying? I have experienced police brutality, but it wasn't even from a white cop. So it's like, you got good cops, you got bad cops. It just seems like the narrative is that the good cops can't stop the bad ones. So if the good cops can't stop the bad ones, what good is they? You know what I'm saying? But that's just, it's crazy. And then that was the same day as the verdict. You see what I'm saying? Or in the same state, you know what I'm right? A cop mistakes her Glock for a taser. That makes no sense. If you're a trained officer in the streets, trained, how can you mistake in any time training and real action or anything like that, and you've been on the force more than a day? How can you say, oh, tase him, tase him, tase him, tase him, tase him? You sound like you in a panic. And you supposed to be calm, cool, and collective. It's your job to be calm, cool, and collective. You the cop. You supposed to be the voice of reason in those situations because you are supposed to be the representative of the law. So if you was a representative of the law, you cannot panic. And she panicked. You can hear, tase him, tase him, tase him, tase him, tase him, tase him, tase him. Whole time she got her Glock in her hand. And ain't even peeped that she got her Glock in her hand. It's like, it's crazy. I was watching a clip on Eddie Griffin, and he said he Googled the number of unarmed men and women of brown and black color killed by officers since in between the time of George Floyd and the verdict, which was a little bit over a year. And then in that year's time, it was 181. Now, we maybe in the mainstream media and then on social media, we may have heard about maximum 30. What about the other 151? You see what I'm saying, family? There's just, cop reform has to be very extensive. It's like, in order for cop reform, in order to be real, they're going to have to change a couple of things in the U.S. Constitution. Like, for instance, they're going to have to classify black and brown as fifth of a whole human, fifth of fifth, not three of fifth, not one of fifth, three of two, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whole goddamn human. Because that's what we are, whole goddamn humans. So it's like America is going to keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again until it hits their front door. What do I mean by hitting their front door, family? If you guys watch my regular film on Facebook, the day of George Floyd being murdered for the world to see, inadvertently, but nonetheless, the whole world saw it. I give the solution. The solution is, I hate to say it, but let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. My solution is the next time, and they're going forth every time it happens. Whatever cop or cops in question, whatever city and state in question, some real brothers that's about that action, show up to them cops' door individually, 100 deep, and tell them, come outside. We want to have a conversation with you. Come outside, family. Come outside. Take a page out of the KKK playbook. It wasn't that long ago where they were showing up on our doorsteps 30, 40, 50, 100 deep, burning crosses, sheets over their faces, telling us to come outside. Come outside. We want to talk to you. Until we start doing that, coming up with our own way to police our own neighborhoods where we don't need the police, because we all know the origin of police. The origin of police is the overseers of the plantations. It was never designed to protect us. Never. They was only designed to keep us where we are. Keep us on the plantation. You run away from the plantation, go get them niggas. Go get that nigga. That's what they say. Go get that nigga. Bring him back here. So it's like police is not for black people, man. Even though they do help sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got some cool cops out there in the world. Yes, you do. Yes, that's true indeed. Yes, indeed. But let's not forget what's really going on out here in these streets. And this is mass murder on a high level. There's almost genocide. I don't know about you guys, but hey man, every time I go outside, I feel like I'm being haunted. I feel like I'm being hunted. Not haunted, hunted. Feel like it. In different ways, shapes, or forms. It's like I walk the street carefree, free to the motherfucker. Yeah, true indeed. But yeah, at the same time, when I see the police, it's like, damn. Why do I get that anxiety feeling when they get behind me? When I know that the Caucasian don't get that feeling like that unless he's really up to no good. I don't be up to no good. I ain't no criminal. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no criminal. I never been arrested for no crime, like a real crime, like traffic tickets. That ain't shit. But a crime? Yeah. I ain't never did no shit like that. But it's like, that shit crazy. That shit crazy as hell, family. But what's on the docket for the next verses? I don't even know who next. I don't even know who next on the verses. I'm intrigued. Now, earlier, when I was on live, when I first attempted to do this, a friend of mine, I saw they said they wanted to see a Twista versus Tech-9. Twista versus Tech-9. That would be a good one. But I don't know. I don't know because I don't think either of them have 20 bona fide hits. Like hits. Yeah, they got songs, but maybe not bona fide hits. You know what I'm saying? That's just nationally known. Like, yeah, the DMX and Snoop, that was a good one. That was a good battle. I like that one. That was a good matchup. Dog versus dog. That was a good matchup. That's the thing about the verses. It's like it's all about matchups. If the matchup is right, then the battle be fire. But if the matchup is wrong, then in my opinion, that, you know what I'm saying, the battle don't be good. It be just, it be good music. It's good for the culture as far as something to listen to, vibe, and reminisce. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have them right matchups. The right matchups. That be my thing. But we shall see what's going on with everything. Because I believe later on this week, or by the end of the week, we should have some type of understanding on how much time Derek is going to get. Hopefully, like I said, man, Mexican got on boots. That's all I want to know. I bet the Mexicans going to have on boots that day. Ooh, dog pound versus bone. Ooh, that's a good one. Dog Pound versus Bomb. I got Bomb. I got Bomb Thug. Oh, smoker's cough, not COVID cough. That's a smoker's cough. But I got Bone Thug. Bone Thug had a better sound than DPG. You know what I'm saying? I think they, even though they hits only really stretch maybe 3 albums deep, but man, the impact Bone Thugs and Harmony had, culture-wise, and you know what I'm saying, music, culture, anybody fucking with it. Yeah, the Pound got some hits. Yes. Dog Pound definitely got some hits. Don't get me wrong. They could definitely got some hits. But they wasn't popping it like Bone Thug. Now, you talking about, I can name 3 songs off the top that had niggas like, yeah, that was that motherfucking shit. Big Daddy Kane, Rakim. Man, we been waiting for that battle since '89. I don't think that battle is going to materialize anytime soon. Hopefully, I mean, if it do, it will be in verses, and that'd be dope. That'd be dope. That would be more likely the best verses, other than the Earth, Wind, and Fire I.ce. That shit was amazing. That's amazing. I'm sorry that the young youth probably doesn't appreciate that sound. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be appreciated because, you know what I'm saying, that was at a time where there wasn't no digital sounds. Them was actual instruments. You dig what I'm saying? Them was real music. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different sound that's beyond their time. You know what I'm saying? Well, before their time, shall I say. But Corrupt was one of the dopest rappers in the game. True indeed, one of the dopest rappers in the game. But let's not forget that so is motherfucking Crazy Bone. So is my nigga Lazy Bone. You know what I'm saying? Daz is cold. He a cold rapper. Don't get me wrong, but who he fucking with in Bone? KRS-One versus Nas, nah. That's a bad matchup. It's a bad matchup. I would put KRS-One in there with Rakim, or put him in there with Kumo D, something like that. But Nas, nah. I don't think Nas can survive in that water. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Nas can survive in that water. You could put Nas in there with who's a good matchup for Nas? Who's a good matchup for Nas? I mean, the easy one is Jay-Z. That's simple and easy because they actually got songs about one another or whatever. But let's go T.ea Nas. That'd be dope. T.ea Nas. How about that? Yeah. T.ea versus Nas. Yeah. That'd be dope. South versus New York. T.ea called out 50. But he ain't get 50. But he can get Nas though. They get it popping. They probably got about the same amount of hits. You know what I'm saying? Nas could go back to probably a decade where T.ea can't. But it is what it is. It's a versus, nigga. 20 songs versus my 20 songs. Let the culture decide. Nas versus A.Z, that's the same nigga. Nas versus A.Z is the same nigga, really. Style a little different. Ooh, Nas versus Scarface. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, show. That's a good one. Nas versus Scarface. That's a good one right there. But, yeah. Ooh. Damn, that would be amazing. That would be a good one. I like that one. I like that matchup. Like, I want to see Ludacris versus somebody. Anybody. Ludacris got hits. You understand me? Hits. So it's like, hey, however the chips fall, You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, I would rather see that type of matchup. That'll be a dope matchup. But it's like, what else been going on in this world? I will bring Biden to the front of the stage. Mr. President, what's going on? You told us if we didn't vote for you, we wasn't black. So now that we have voted for you, why are you passing bills for other ethnic groups before us? I need some understanding on that. You sign executive orders to help stop people from beating up Asians. You cleaning up Donald Trump mess. Because Donald Trump called it the China virus. Because it comes from China, what he says. Yeah, I don't give a fuck where it came from. Them shits is global. It's global. So if you pass a executive orders just for them, so that means you can do it just for us too. Without no little fine print, but it's really for somebody else, but you gonna dress it up for us. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is supposed to be our movement. But some way, somehow, it's been commandeered by everybody else. I ain't got a problem with nobody. But that's supposed to be for us. So I'm just trying to get some understanding on what the fuck they got going on in these streets. Oh yeah, we was definitely beaten to a Democrat. Definitely. Because you gotta remember, in the beginning, we was Republican. You did what I'm saying? We was Republican in the beginning. But the Democrats was like, oh, we'll treat you better. We can get more for you. Give us your vote, and we'll get more for you. And here we are. 200 some odd years later. We ain't got shit that they were talking about, really. Not nothing that really matters. We still targets. We still labeled as thugs, criminals. We still perceived in the propaganda as the enemy, public enemy number one.